Okay, so I think the recording is on now. Okay, so Amos and myself, we started talking and he expressed an interest in really being part of the project. And then we had a presentation, which is similar to what we're having now. So I took him through the whole thing and I was quite impressed. So when I finally got to Kenya, I got to Kenya last week. So I reached out to him. I'm like, okay, fine, I'm around. How can we meet up to start getting things going? And that's why we're here. So so my name is Pascal, and I have been in South Africa for over 15 years now. And in that time, we have been officially operating PayCheap for more than 9 years. Yeah, we started first as a retail business. We have a couple of stores around South Africa. We then franchised the business and got more partners on board. Some of the partners, we used a franchise model where some of the partners could own stores and some could just decide to sell online only. So as the model evolved, we felt like it was time for us to open up the model to onboard importers and manufacturers, and also bring in informal retailers who are trying to maybe formalize their business, or who would also like to have a platform where they could source products, do price comparison, and also a platform that can make maybe delivering the products to them much easier. And that's how we started moving into an online marketplace. And then from there now, we started thinking about how do we differentiate ourselves in the market. And we felt like there was really a gap in terms of connecting different African countries and providing a platform where they can actually work, where they can actually do business. So since we already started in South Africa, I mean, the next place to really go was supposed to be Kenya. So the idea now was to find a way to get manufacturers and importers in Kenya to actually use PayCheap as a distribution platform to distribute their products. And then the next phase now would be getting them to actually ship their products to other economies like South Africa. So that's what we are really trying to achieve, with the platform. So on the platform right now, we have two major products that we're offering, which firstly is a marketplace where the manufacturers and importers can list their products and sell to customers either on a B2B basis or on a B2C basis. And also we also provide them like a point of sale, which can also help them to streamline their business and bring some digital transformation in their operations as they operate. And this point of sale also would help them to make sure that the inventory online and offline is kind of unified. So I'll just stop sharing this and I'll just share a screen of the point of sale just to let you know how it looks like before we proceed. So the point of sale, it looks something like this. Can you see my screen? Can you please
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah, so in your warehouse or in your store or in your factory, if you decide to use the point of sale, you have access to something like this, which would show all the products that are in your marketplace. And so you'll be selling online and also offline using the point of sale to make sure that your inventory is kind of like kept accurate. So you just come add a product by click on the product, it adds to the cart, and then you go the customer pay. You can take either bank transfer, cash, credit card. They can pay later. Pay later is like if you generate like an invoice, then they can pay later. You just send the invoice to them, and then they would do the payment. So this is also one system that we are also going to give to the people who will be using the platform who are interested. So it also kind of like streamlines that enterprise level point of sale with a lot of functionalities, which I'm not going to go so detailed on this call, but it will just to let you know what one of the product that we are offering. And then I'm going to just stop sharing this. I'm now going to share the marketplace, which is where we are going to dwell quite a bit this morning. So let me share that. So you will just visit the website, and this is what you see. Once you list your products will be showing also here for the customers to view and probably order. And then some other interesting thing here is when a customer maybe opens up your product. So I'm just going to open this. So we try to really build the system, to really kind of like resonate with the African customer. And also we are implementing a lot of elements to actually increase the trust into the customers. So here, for example, is going to show where the supplier is based. So this, in this case, is a South African supplier. So it shows how many transactions you've done. This one I've done about 111 transactions, when you joined, and all of that. And also it shows how many items you're having in stock. So this is just like an indication of your supply capacity. And the customer now wants to maybe know a little bit more about the seller. They can click on the seller's name. And then this will open a dedicated sellers page, which you can see here. So it gives a little bit more information about the seller, in terms of the address, where they are based, the contact details, the opening hours, services that they offer. And also it gives a bit of a story about the seller. Why you're in business? What's your strategic intent? What's your vision for your business? What is your mission? What is driving you basically? And basically, why are you in business? Why did you decide to do what you're doing? And then we proceed to put a few pictures of your workshop or of your store, and maybe a picture also of a representative of the company. All these elements really help to instill trust in the customer. And then you come to this tab where you can see the trending products, which are the products that the customers are looking for quite a lot on your catalog. This helps you also with promotions, and also it gives you an indication of what customers are really looking for, and it can also help you with strategizing. So then as you upload new products in your store, we have a section here that kind of like highlights your new products, your newest products, and customers can actually click on view all. And then the system will automatically arrange the products from the newest to the oldest, so that they can also see. Now, this is particularly important for resellers who will be reselling your product, like other wholesalers, or sort of other retailers who will be buying your products to retail at a profit. So as they keep adding your products to their catalog, they would like to see when you have new products, and they will be checking that on this particular page. And then this section will probably just show all the products that you have in your catalog, and then on the left there, a bit more information about your store, so that they are constantly reminded about who you are. Yeah, so that's basically that. And then as customers start buying your products, we'll start making reviews, and so that other customers can actually know what previous customers are saying about you. So that we're making reviews here, which also helps customers to build confidence. And this is also a section where you can actually put like about your business in a few lines, your shipping policy, your refund policy, and all of that. But mostly we probably prefer that most businesses adopt the PayCheap's refund policy, which is something that have been developed over time. So this is more or less about the marketplace itself. So now I'm going to take you now into your back end, like the dashboard, where you actually manage and power your store. So just give me a second. Let me see if I can log in into a demo account. Okay, let's see. So you just come to my account, go to the. Okay, so now we are in. So once you log into your account, and then you go to your seller portal, this is what you will see. So this is where you'll be controlling your business. And then on the green, you can see a green icon there, which is showing like the credit amount. As you sell, this amount that we'll be paying, which is the amount that is due to be paid to you. You have the lifetime sales. The system also will give you the average order value, and also the number of products that you have, the total products. It shows you that. And then as you make your sales, you can always come to the orders. You will see all the orders that are coming through. But in addition, we also send like, I don't know, it's locking me out. Just log into a different account. I think let me just change I think it's pushing me back to South Africa. Let me, okay, let me just use it. Okay, so as you do your sales, you can just come to the sales tab. You see all your orders. As you start creating shipment, which is you are shipping out a product, you can check all the shipments you've created on the shipments. The invoices will be under the invoice tab. The credit memos are like refunds will be under all the credit memo tab. And then on the transaction side, you can see all the sales you're making, all the commissions you are taking, and all the amount that is being paid into your account. This is something that you can play with at a later stage, just to get to understand a little bit more about the system. So this records all the credit transactions so that we make sure the system is very transparent. That way you are seeing all the charges that you're incurring. You're also seeing how much money you're making and how the amount on this page is actually being calculated, how we got to this number. So that the transaction section would show all of that information. And then we also have a section here called the quotation. So the quotation is like a customer sees your product on the website and they are interested in the product, and then they can request for a quotation, whereby they would say, maybe you're selling one unit at maybe 1,000 Kenyan shillings, and they would like to 1,000 Kenyan shillings, and they would like to pay maybe 900 Kenyan shillings because they are buying about 1,000 units or 100 units. So they will make that offer, and then once the offer comes in, you get a notification via email that somebody is trying to request a quotation for your product. Then it will come into your email, and also it will be here, and then you can just go in. You can go into the request for quotation, and then you can see what they want. So this customer wanted one, and then you can change the amount here to say, okay, you want one, so I'm going to give you for maybe 150, whatever the case may be, right? And then once you send to the customer, if they're happy, they'll say yeah, they're happy. Once you approve, and then they'll make the order from their side. So it kind of brings in some element of negotiation on the platform. And also you can have the customer's details here. So once they send in a request for quotation, all you have to do is phone them and then begin the negotiation process. And then you guys can negotiate over email or over a phone call. And then when you guys arrive at some agreement, you just come at the top right, you approve, and then they will place the order on the platform. Yeah. So this also kind of like really helps, especially when it comes to B2B. There is a lot of negotiations that actually goes on. So this really helps to facilitate that. And then here also, we now have the part where you start uploading your catalog, which is what we are really going to start working on as soon as possible. So here you start uploading your products and managing maybe the prices and everything from here. So it's quite easy. You just come to, once you go to catalog, manage products, you come to add product, and then the system will just open a form which you have to fill, and then start adding your product. So yeah, you're just going to put the product name. You just leave this as default. Yeah, you just put the product name there. SKU is like a unique store code, which you would attribute to a product. It could be maybe, I don't know, let's say Amos Africa Foundation. What is the name of the business again? Let me just check here. So you can just do something that really is really unique to your business. Let me see. Yeah, so Amos is Lawyer Africa Foundation. So yeah, it could just be lawyer 1, 2, 3, 4 lawyer. But you have your own unique codes that you use in your store. You can always put them there. And then you come to online exclusive. You take yes, because that's where you probably want to start. And then you come to categories. Yeah, you select the category where it belongs to. And then, but also you're welcome to request us to add a category if you can't find a category here. We are very happy to do that. And then you put the price of the product, but the price here is a bit tricky. What you have to do is you can put the price for a customer who buys one, let's say maybe it's 800 Kenyan shilling, whatever that amount you decide, but it's showing in rand. I'm actually using the South African website. And then you go to advanced pricing, and here you would just the advanced pricing is where you probably want to put like if it's a reseller, if it's a wholesale, it's a franchise. But in the case of creating the catalog, we actually prefer to upload the products ourselves. So what we'll do is that we would give you a bit of training on how to create the catalog, and you do that on a spreadsheet. Once you do on a spreadsheet, you send a spreadsheet to us, and then we do the upload. So that by doing that, we can actually work out all the sort of prices for you. And then if you feel like changing anything, perhaps you can let us know. We can adjust the prices, in the way that you like. So we prefer to manage this also to make the job a bit easier for the merchants. So you send in your catalog to us, and then we upload everything for you on the website, and then you just check to make sure that everything is fine. So that's it about the pricing. And then yes, and then obviously visible on POS, you will take yes. It's better if you have access to the point of sale, so that the customers who come to your factory or to your shop, they can also be able to to purchase the products from you. And then once you have added, now here when it comes to sources, it's just about allocating the product to a particular source, which is like a warehouse of the city where you're based. So for example, we'll have a warehouse for Nairobi, and then like here we have Cape Town, we have Johannesburg. But when we sign you up and get everything set up, you probably see Nairobi as well, and then you put all your products in Nairobi, so that when customers view on the website, it will show exactly where you are based. And then from there, you just probably would just add your product images. Also, if you have like a YouTube video you probably want to add, you can add your YouTube video link there, just to give the product a bit more information. And then the rest, that's all you have to fill. Yeah, but we will do most of this upload, but always things like the Facebook link for certain products, if you have, you can just go there and upload the Facebook link just to give your product a bit more information to the customer. So it's quite a very simple platform to use. And then also another important thing I will show you is the messages, because obviously as you have your products live, customers will start interacting with your products, and they will be leaving you messages, in terms of the special needs that they have. And then you can always just open the message and then read and reply to them, reply to their message, or maybe call them if you need to. So here you can reply to a message directly here, and then you guys can communicate here, and you can even, I think you can even have attachments and then send it to them. And then another important thing would be reports, which would be very, very important to actually understand how your business is performing. So we also provide you reports to get your total number of sales, with reports that you can actually export and use it for your own personal analysis on how your business is performing, especially online. So this also really helps to give you insight into product performance and the sales that you're generating. And then we also have a function here called the live chat. So the live chat is on the website. So customers sometimes will probably want to chat with you online to find more information about the product. So it's like this customer, for example, says, I'm still waiting on my refund. Okay, this is just a customer who maybe made a request and didn't get back to them on time, so they will be disappointed. So yeah, so it's very important that you keep an eye on this so that you can actually see what customers are looking for. But some of them will come and ask like product-specific questions. They probably want to know if you have certain different colors about what you're advertising. Let's say you're advertising bags, you probably want to know how is the size of the bag, or certain questions that you may have missed on when you were on the product, right? When you're describing the product. So by giving them more information, sometimes it can actually help increase your conversions and stuff like that. And also you can actually see the visitors that are on your product page. If you come to visitors, just on the live chat, you actually see the live visitors on your product page if there are any. And when they start chatting to you, you can also see the chats here, and then you can actually click and start chatting with them as well. And also, we are actually in the process of developing and implementing a feature where you can actually engage and begin chatting with them once they are actually on your product page. Okay, so this far, I don't know if anyone has any questions that you'd like to ask before we proceed. I think I'll really be quite open to answer. Today was just to give an overview of what we are trying to achieve and what resources you have access to as soon as you join the wholesale platform. So does anyone have any questions? If you have any questions, you can just unmute yourself and then ask so that we can all hear your question. I'm not. Is anyone asking a question? Am I as? Can you confirm if you're still there? You are all mute. So if you are saying anything, I'm probably not hearing.
Hello, I'm following.
Okay. So do you have any questions this far based on what I've presented?
Uh,
Or
mm,
is everything very clear?
yeah, we are still following.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just asking, does anyone have any questions based on what we have discussed so far? Any questions like it could be any questions in terms of the operations, anything that you would like to have a bit more information on based on what I have just presented. Yeah, so that I can really make sure that, you guys are really understanding. And because obviously I know you're going to ask some questions when we start the onboarding, when you start interacting with the platform, but like for a general conversation, anything you'd like to know, yeah, everything okay. Leona is saying, let me see. Okay, Leona says everything is clear. I love the transparency in your system. That's basically to avoid any doubt from the customers. Yes, that's true. It's very, very important for the transparency for you as a partner as well as for us as a platform, so they can ask questions where you feel like you have doubts. So yeah, we are really building, making sure that we are really everyone can actually understand what's happening to the granular level. Okay, so if there is no questions, I think Lucy, can you tell me a little bit more about your business? Because I know I've spoken to Amos, and I'm assuming that Steve, Uma, Leona, and Owen are all from Amos's team. And you, Lucy, you were referred by Amos. Can you just tell me a little bit more about your business? And then we'll probably create an account for you as well. And then we would begin the onboarding where you have to start uploading your products on the platform.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity to also engage.
Okay.
Basically, we are a non-profit organization called Partners for Care. So what we do is we also run income-generating activities, and one of them is we have started making backpacks, bags in general, luggage bags, all sorts of bags. And that's now we are looking for market or ways or platforms to get the product out there. So when Amos told me about you, I felt interested. Our website is www.inuadesigns.org.
Okay.
Maybe I can type that here for you to see.
Okay. So where would you say most of your customers are coming from? Is it local? Is it from other countries?
It's both local and international.
Okay, but at least you get some international customers that are inquiring about your products.
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
So any specific countries that stand out?
For now, we have a link to United States.
Okay.
So we've been shipping there, but we have a resident there.
Okay, so you have someone who helps with the local distribution that side.
Yes.
Okay,
and so
that's
now,
great.
now Amos is introducing me to the South African market.
Right, right. So that's something that we're going to help you with also at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes, and then but I hope that is going to add some positive value, in your business that I'm quite sure about.
Yeah.
So I hope that we really can work together and make this really work. So what I'm going to do.
So my question is, I see a lot of products are electronics.
Yes.
Is it specifically for electronics or it's across the board?
It's across the board. The reason why you see a lot of electronics is because we were launching the site category by category. So we started with electronic category, but now we are going to other categories like maybe, especially like what you guys do, like bags, clothes, and also indigenous products.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were taking a step-by-step approach. So we have like a product, roadmap that we're following. So I think now we are really ready to open up the market, and especially if we consider working with other African entrepreneurs. Africa is not really a market that deals a lot with electronics, so that would just not work. So I mean, in Africa, we need to look at things like like people who are like people who use their hands to design things, also indigenous African products. I think that is really what is really going to help us kind of like get these entrepreneurs out there. Electronic is mostly things that will come from like China, other Western countries, but we really want to focus the platform on indigenous African products as well as things that Africans are manufacturing by themselves. Because I mean, when we manage to link South Africa and Kenya, and then also we start linking different regions, like we link the Eastern African bloc, like Uganda, Rwanda, Ethiopia, we link those blocks, and then also in South Africa we link the South African bloc like Botswana, Lesotho, Eswatini. We link all those blocks, and then that just opens up a much bigger market for all the entrepreneurs to trade. And if that works out really well, then we open up even more markets like the East, like West Africa, Central Africa, and the North African market. So we really create a very vibrant market within Africa, so that whatever, like Kenya, for example, you guys are very strong in terms of manufacturing things like what you guys do. Also, there's some products that are very unique to Kenya, and we can get that onto other markets as well, where the demand will be much higher and, people are looking for this product. So that's more or less what we are trying to achieve. So right now, what we are also trying to do is to make sure that as we are launching in Kenya, we onboarding a lot of merchants, so that once we finally launch, we know we have guys already on board who are willing to put their products out there. So that's why it's quite important for you guys to get your products listed now, so that once we go live, we know we can promote your products to the customers.
Okay.
Yeah. So Steve, is everything clear? Is everything clear for you?
Yes, so far everything is clear for me. I've understood everything.
Okay. So are you the IT guy for Amos?
Yes.
Okay. So I think in terms of the platform itself and uploading product, I think that should be very easy.
Yes.
You can also ask Amos the logins to your back end, so that you can maybe start describing the products and uploading them. I would just like you to also have access to the platform to upload the products yourself. We can also do it for you if you need us to, but you can upload. And then once you upload them, just for now, just put the price that you would, what you call the cost price, that you would how can I say? It's a bit tricky now, because what we do is that also we use the cost price to set up the other prices. But I think we can also show you what to do. Like, for example, when you're uploading, you can upload maybe the reseller price and the price that a customer will buy if they order just one, which is a normal price, and also a price where if you probably want to, if a customer ordered two, if you want to give a discount, you can do that. And also a price where if a customer ordered like 5, you would like to offer. So once you give those prices, then the website will show all of that on the site. So maybe I can just quickly show you that as well on the website. Let me see.
Okay.
Yeah, so that you understand how that works, and then you just set up all those prices yourself, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's your product, so you would know exactly how to. So I'm just going to use the South African site. They can also use the paycheap.co.ke. It's the same thing. So let's do it like that. Okay, let's open the Kenyan side. Then we're just going to open one product and see how that works. My network's a bit slow. Okay, so let's say, for example, let's say we open up this. So let's see if this product has that. So you can see here, right? The system would show the price when the customers buy one and the lowest price that they will pay for the product, and it will also show the quantity that they need to buy to qualify for the lowest price. So in this case now, if a customer buys two, they'll pay 660 Kenyan shillings and they save about 10%. If they buy five, they pay about 585 and they save 20%. So you would have to put all these prices there. Everything's already structured there. Once you start uploading the products, I will take you through in a bit more detail, so that you can set up all these parameters there. Then it will output that to the customer. So once the customer visits, they can already see where they want, so that you can try to push them to the bulk orders, and also obviously set the price at the different quantity. So let me see if I'm able to show that to you. I think that's a very important element of the website, to be able to put those different prices. Let's see. So I just want to go back to the back end just to show you how to set up those prices I just showed you in the front end again. So that once you start uploading, you can know exactly what to do. So to upload, you always come to catalog, which is on your left, and then you go to manage products. Once you go to manage products, on your top right, you will see a menu there to say add product. You just go to add product, and then the form opens for you to add your product, and then all you have to do is in terms of the pricing, you would open up the price. You open up the price, and then you will come here to say all websites is fine. Customer group, you open up the customer group. There you put, you have to set up a price for let's just say a general customer who orders two. You probably want to give them a discount. You put a fixed price, you put a discount price there, and then you add another customer. They say general customer. If they order five, you put the price there for five, and then you come to another. There you go to always all websites. You go to a reseller. A reseller is like someone who's going to buy from you to resell, and you say maybe if they order one, I'm going to give them a special price. And then once you set those three prices, that's more or less fine. I think you can leave out the wholesale and the franchise. You can leave out those two. You can just set 2 and 5 for general customer, and then reseller you put 1, and then that's it. But again, if you have any difficulties, I'll be more than willing to assist once you start uploading the products.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's very straightforward. Yeah. So I don't know if anyone has any questions this far, or is everything clear enough? And are you guys ready now to say if I can share it? If you guys have access to the back end, you can start uploading. Do you guys think you can start uploading once you have access to the back end?
Yes, can try.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So Lucy, I think you don't have an account yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a link where you can go through the process of creating your seller account, and then it will be approved, and then you can start playing around with the back end in terms of uploading your products. And if you have any difficulties for maybe the first 2 products, we would I will assist with that, and hopefully by the time you have done 2 products, it should be good to go.
Yeah, practically. Yeah.
Okay, and then for Steve, I think we've got a group now that we are all in the group. Just ask Amos for the logins, so that I can provide them to you, and then you can log onto the system, and then just start playing also with the platform and understanding how the backend works, so they can start uploading your products. But the most important thing here is the description. Make sure you give a really good description. And I saw Amos. Amos has very beautiful pictures. Lucy, I'm hoping that you have the same. Which you can put. Remember, with e-commerce, you are not there to explain to the customer certain things. So the more information you put on your product page, the better it is for you, and also increase your conversions. And also, you probably want to avoid them asking you a lot of questions, because the reason about e-commerce is you are looking for ways to automate your system, whereby you're making sales even when you're sleeping. You know, you're generating revenue even when you're sleeping, even when you're having fun, even when you're doing other stuff. Your system should be selling for you. So that only works if you really take the time to describe your products, give the customer as much information as possible. The more information you give, actually, the better. You know, so yeah, so you just need to make sure of that you're providing as much information as possible to the customer, so that they don't have any reason to ask you a question. But if they really do, it should really be something you didn't cover, and then you just go and add again on your description. It makes sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay, all right.
The return policies.
Okay, for the return policy, anyway, since we'll be launching in Kenya, what happened now is our return policy is about we give the customer a 6 months warranty period on the product we sell, and they have 7 days if they decide to change their mind about a product. We should be willing to refund it to refund them. But what we'll do is that we'll credit their wallet on the platform, and then they can use the funds in their wallet to purchase another item on the platform. Or if they request a payout into their bank account, we send the funds directly to their bank account. And also, within 1 month, we are supposed to collect the product from the seller and send it back to the customer. Especially if you send something that is defective, you know, we have to make sure that the customer gets the product, and then we have to refund them, or we can send a replacement if they need to. So that's really going to be very tricky, and that's why it's going to be important that our partners that we work with, you know, in terms of packaging, you are packaging your products well, so that, I mean, just imagine sending an item to South Africa and then the customer complains, you know, and then maybe the size is not correct. And so it's going to be very, very costly to get our product back to Kenya. So yeah, or maybe you describe something, you know, on the website, and then you maybe the picture that you provided, you send something else. So that's why it's very, very important that the partners really understand the importance of this, because that cost also will be shared between us and you as a partner. We're going to charge you a fee for every item that is returned, especially if the customer like says the color is not the same, you know, maybe the quality is not what I expected, or stuff like that, you know. So, but I've seen Amos's products, and I'm hoping the same thing for Lucy's, that the quality will really meet what you are explaining to the customer. And that's why it's important that your description and your photographs are quite explicit, so that the customer really have no reason to want to return the product, you know. I mean, we don't really get a lot of returns per se from our experience in operating in South Africa. So I'm not hoping that the reverse should happen here, because especially if the partners really understand the importance of making sure what the customer receives is what they actually ordered, and packaging your products properly so that they can, because sometimes when the courier is transporting, they can also be a bit careless sometimes. Remember, we don't really have control over that process. So if your products are well packaged, maybe sometimes use like bubble wrap for fragile items, then you know you are good. Like feel like for bags, you wrap them very well so that it doesn't get too twisted. It gets to the customer and the customer doesn't like it. So if you make sure your packaging is right, everything is well packaged, then I think we would be good in most parts.
You said there'll be a warehouse in Nairobi?
For now, we are not really thinking about a warehouse route, but maybe in future we can look into that. For now, we would be shipping directly from the supplier, but we would have an office in Nairobi, so that when the orders come through, at least you can bring them to the office, and then maybe we can just, for now, we would like to be involved in terms of checking how the packaging is done, and then hand it over to the logistics partner, who then takes it away. So it's going to be an office that we maybe use to just handle some of the initial, just initial checking, especially with new sellers who are still getting used to this whole. So we make sure your products are well packaged, exactly what the customer ordered. So we'll do a bit of checking before handing it over to the logistics partner to ship. So we'll establish an office in Nairobi. We are still really thinking about where. But yeah, we're going to establish an office once we get a reasonable amount of sellers on the platform, and we have resolved a few issues that we are busy trying to resolve. But in terms of the platform itself, it's already fully ready to launch. But obviously, we need to make sure we confirm with the local legislation, and then we'll set up an office space, and then that will be our point of contact with the sellers, which we also use for training and all of that. So there is where you can bring your products, and then we hand it over to the logistics partner. But in future, I think that the logistics partner will just pick up the relay from you and do the shipping. But maybe initially, we'll probably want to be involved in the process to just introduce the partner slowly to the platform. I don't know if that answers your question, Lucy.
Yes. So as of now, if for example you upload and someone orders, what's the process like?
Okay, if we upload and the customer places an order, so okay, let's take a scenario for Kenya, and then
Yes.
we would. There are two ways. For now, you will bring the items to us to ship, and then once you bring them to us, we check and hand it over to the logistics partner. But in the long run, what we plan to do is that once you get an item, the logistics partner should pick up the item straight from your workshop and take it straight to the customer.
Okay.
And then when we go down to the international part where we start sending your products to South Africa, the logistics partner should be able to pick up from you, and then does the consolidation in their warehouse, and then ship everything to our head office in Cape Town, and from there we distribute now across South Africa.
Okay. So the sales for now are Kenya and South Africa.
Yeah, for now, Kenya and South Africa, but we will start with Kenya first, and then South Africa day after.
Okay.
Because if we open up the two, at once, is going to be a bit tricky to deal with.
So for now we are targeting the Kenyan market.
For now, we'll target the Kenyan market, yes, and then we'll even start with Nairobi first, and then Mombasa, and then open up to other cities. So we'll take it slowly so that you guys also understand how things are going, because what we have also noticed sometimes in South Africa is we open up the markets too quickly, and then the sellers get overwhelmed with the orders that are coming in because they are not fully prepared in terms of even their in-house administration, maybe having like bubble wraps, having like boxes to ship their products. So if you have like an order or two, then sometimes it's better. You slowly warm up to the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the delivery time?
Yeah, normally what we are used to in South Africa is the sellers will normally dispatch within 2 days.
2 days. Okay.
Yeah, but what Amos tried to explain to me about your products is that you guys have a lead time, because sometimes you don't always have the products readily available. So there's a lead time sometimes of like a week or two, depending on the quantity that the customer is ordering.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that we need to factor in on the system as well, to maybe have like a lead time. Our system already handles that in terms of the expected date that we expect to dispatch the product. So I think for you guys now, we need to look for a way on how to maybe adjust that. Or maybe if an order comes in for now, while we are still trying to implement the lead time for you guys because of the unique needs of your business. Once the order comes in, I think we'll need to contact the customer. We'll probably contact you first to find out what your lead time would be. You tell us maybe 3 days, 4 days, whatever. And then we contact the customer, okay, fine, you've ordered. It will take us 3 days to manufacture the product, and then an extra day to get delivered to you. And then we just make sure that we honor that promise that we give to the customer.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes. So that's how it's going to work initially.
Okay.
Yeah. So Leona and Owen, as well as Steve, you guys understand. You understand everything. But I'm only getting questions from Lucy, so I'm hoping that you guys you're also quite good.
Yes, we are.
Okay, that's
Yes.
great. All right, that's cool. Okay, but again, this was just the first meeting to give you guys an overview of what we do and also the different resources that are available to you. So I think in due course, would have a lot more engagement when we start operating proper. If you have any questions, you are welcome to ask, so that we make sure that you understand the platform in and out. And also, you can also refer other people to the platform. And if we feel like if you understand how the platform works, then you can even trade your colleagues or your friends that you're introducing to the platform as well. Then it just makes our job even easier. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think this would be a good point to stop if you guys have no more questions. And then I'll just send the link to Lucy so you can proceed to create your account. And then once the account is created, it will be approved, and then you can start doing your thing. And if you have any difficulties, I will always be on standby to assist, whatever question it is, to assist. I know there's a few adjustments that we'll probably need to do, so that's why I'm really going to be available to answer any questions that you have, so that we can try to get you guys on board as soon as possible.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay. Okay, guys, thank you so much for making the time to talk to me. I hope that this would be a fruitful experience for both of us. And I hope that this is also going to be a partnership that is going to open up, more business for you. I do understand there's going to be there's going to be some challenges in the beginning, because obviously Kenya is a new market for us, and there's going to be a bit of things. There's going to be a few things I'll need to adjust here and there. But I will just call on you guys to be a bit patient with us, and also to work with us and let us know whatever you see that you need, so that we can deploy the resources to try to adjust where possible to make sure that the system works for you.
That's fine, and thank you for the opportunity.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, I will talk again. We'll continue the conversation on WhatsApp. Thank you for attending the session.
Okay, thank you.
You.
All right, thank you.
Good day. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Have a good day. Okay.
Okay, we'll be waiting for the link.
Okay, I'll send it to you on WhatsApp.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All right.